Well, my poor live bot decided not to ping anyone for this stream, so we're gonna be probably has people late joining because private game's made already. I can't sit and ramble on about context like I usually do because we gotta get rolling. This is Akage and Void Raiders. Another game of Bedrock round 1. Gonna play our first map on Waterfall, which is a fun one because Waterfall gets banned a lot. Like I don't see Waterfall very much. I might just be biased because the first few games I've played were all the same 3 maps, but Waterfall, I think I saw one on one that I wasn't that Juan was doing. That was one of the better games we've had. But outside of that, I haven't really seen it. I like Waterfall, fun map. I think I have the players in the description of this one as well. So if you're curious, you can check that out. It says when I sleep. This is I'm pretty sure this is a North American game with the time zone. Yeah. So if you are European, if you're living in that sort of time zone, that would make sense. For me, it's not late at all. It's 3 p.m. for me. I'm just itching. I did a game an hour ago, and it was over in 10 minutes. So I would love some competitiveness here. Give me a set 3. I say the same thing every time. Maybe that's why I don't get any set 3s, because I'm greedy about it. You know, Lance, I don't like the way you phrase that. You know, that's a little uncomfortable. What are you can do emojis and you I didn't even know that. What emojis are those? What? We have 4 out of 8 in here, waiting for our second 4. Once we have all 8, I will switch back over from our pause screen. For now, we're just hanging out, though. Will I team with you for Bedrock League? Well, the problem is, I don't know if, like, I would play in one of these. Like, it seems fun. Um, Not as good as I was back in the day. The issue is I, like, don't have time like that. So I think it would probably be hard for me to schedule, especially being North American. But it's always possible. Like, I would want to play one of these sometime. I don't know, like, it would make sense for me to play Java because Java, like, I used to be genuinely competitive at Java, but everyone who still plays Java is so good at the game that I don't think I'd really stand a chance there. Yeah, Raj, any kind of Eastern relative to me time zones, right? Because I'm on the West Coast in North America, so everyone's way ahead of me, I guess. Um, so yeah, whether you're in Europe, you're in Asia, it's going to be very, very different from over here. This is, we're playing all these games on NA servers. This is like a fully North American game. This isn't even the worst because, they get later. Like, we have a game an hour after this too. That would be even worse for time zones for a lot of people. Someone said isn't Lance in my chat? I already talking about justice for Lance. I don't want to ask. If there's drama going on with Lance, keep it out. I don't want to hear it. Keep it out of my chat, but I don't, I don't know what that one's referring to. I guess there's always a little bit of drama going on with Lance. We have 5 out of 8 players in this game now, which is odd because you'd expect them to join in groups of 4. But hopefully we are moving. 5 is greater than 4, so theoretically we're closer to having a full game than we were before. Nope, someone left. Oh, everyone left. We're down to 1 player in the game. Oh, you got banned? I'm surprised I haven't seen people like freaking out about that. That's unfortunate. That seems like it would cause a lot of drama. Well, um, if you didn't deserve it, I hope you get unbanned, Lance, but I can't speak to any situation over there. Luckily, I'm not a mod anymore, so no one can complain to me about that. I appreciate that, Cats. Thank you. Alright, it seems like Juan's gonna make a new private game because the old one was just kind of bugging. No one was able to join properly. I hope we're able to get this game off. It would be sad if not. I do like chilling here talking to you guys, but I don't think that, I don't think that the pause screen is very interesting. But look, ready? We're still here. I still exist. But I'm gonna have to pause again because we're gonna go into a new one. Hopefully this one. Fingers crossed. Again, it was forever ago I talked about it. It could be on Waterfall Map 1. Dragon, I'll tell you the same thing I told Cats, which is like, I'm not a mod, so I appreciate things are annoying, but I don't really want to deal with that here. I'm totally chill having Lance around, like I have no issues, but I don't want to talk about people's bans because I can't do anything about it, and it's not about the game we're doing right now. I'm not gonna like Discord mod on you and delete your message or anything, but stay chill, right? Alright, we have 4 out of 8. That's where we were before. I'm hoping this other team is actually able to join. Someday, maybe, perhaps. I will say there's a game also about an hour from now, 4:15 my time. So whatever the next hour is for you, 15 minutes after that. Lance says, I bet Void Raiders win. Well, little do you know. The winner is actually the CubeCraft server because we're preventing an entire team from actually joining. So that means that there is no winner. Both teams lose. The viewer count has increased since we started with this bugging private game that nobody can join, which is impressive. It's kind of shocking. Oh, no, no, Dragon, don't worry, you're totally good. I did sort of bring it up as well, because I am curious, like, it is an interesting thing whenever something like that happens. I'm gonna F1, and then at least, like, you can see something, right? Oh, nobody, don't, shh, saw nothing. Well, they were explaining to me, I'm not upset about that. We all good. I might have just sold really hard, but the private game isn't working anyway, so I think it's okay. I need to make sure I hit my keys properly though, because that would be a bad thing to do in a more pressing scenario. Lance, I'm still like, this is hilarious to me. I didn't know you could do like emotes like that. Like what is that blue dude? I've never seen that in my life. All right, we have a couple more people in. We have 7 out of 8. If we can get one more gamer in this lobby, we might actually have a game. Just one. We got 8, if that's the right person. I think it is. Okay. As long as the game starts, we're gonna play some EggWars. I know I'm hyped. So again, before we get going, it is Void Raiders and Akage. The winner of this game is going to play a team that has already made it. Actually, someone from every round 2 pairing has already made it, so we'll know the matchups after every game finishes. The winner of this game is going to play a team that went very far, if I remember correctly, in one of the past EggWars leagues, which is BKDRSOJ, which I don't think you pronounce that. I think it's like the first letters of all the names of the players in the team or something is why their name is like that. But they're a pretty solid team. Winner of this game is going to go on and play that team next round. We are in a game. Look at this. Miracle. And we voted overpowered, so we're not going to have to restart. This is brilliant. Alright. Over here on the side of orange is Akage. I want to see if we do any kits or anything like that. It doesn't look like it. It looks like one of our players over here has a slightly less strong internet connection than the rest of them. Hopefully that resolves itself. Everyone over here is good. They did have a kit, but they used the kit to go to the side island as opposed to mid, which is interesting. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too negative for them because the other team... Okay, well, we'll see what happens because we don't generally restart for disconnects. I don't know if that was the lobby because people were having trouble joining before, but you see this person, one of the members of Orange, just disconnected off. The one that was stuck in the air, obviously DC'd. So no one has armor, so this is like a pub match right now. This is not gonna last very long. Slightly unfortunate. You know, based on that, I don't think that the player still being there would have made much of a difference. Did they really say that? Dragon, I totally thought I had a conversation with someone. I totally thought it was like the the names of all the players. Was I wrong about that? That's funny. Um, oh, look at this dragon. Dude, this dragon is sick. I forgot we added dragons. Alright, we will have a game 2. I do hope everyone gets into game 2 and stays in game 2, but that might have been the fastest league game we've ever had. If it wasn't, it was very close. I don't know why there are people's messages retracted. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, we will have one more. I can check in a second what our second game is going to be on royalty. These are a couple very volatile maps, more than you're used to. This JCBlueHornet, that's one of the players in our league game. See if we got a private game backup. We do. Alright, I'm going to pause real quick so I can private game, not leak the code this time. I appreciate none of you joining when I leaked the last code though. I don't know if anyone noticed. Alright, royalty map is set up. We're just going to pray. Maybe it was waterfall was the problem that people are actually able to join this game. One of them, our one who disconnected last game, is in straight away, so that's good. Gonna just have to wait for the rest. Shouldn't be too long. You know what's funny is if we were able to like create and join these lobbies properly, based on that first game, this could be like the quickest round we've ever had, but it's already been 15 minutes and 12 of them have been running around trying to get people to join a lobby, so it's not gonna be that quick. But again, I'm gonna keep shamelessly promoting. We have another one going on, another game at 4:15, or rather, just pretty much exactly an hour from now, whatever time zone that will be for you. Hopefully not any crazy 3 a.m. time zone like Juan. Yeah, let's have a little fun while we're looking. Let's preview that game. So that game is that's LARP with 2 L's versus The Strongest. And they're going to go on to play EGT. EGT is solid. I'm pretty sure EGT is one of the kind of favorites, one of the better teams of this league. Of those two teams, let's see if I know anybody. The Strongest, I don't think I recognize any names on that team. LARP, I do. I recognize Nash the Basher, and then Xiao Baobei as well. I don't know if that's how you say that name, but I see them in chat. Toby Two Spades as well. So that's a team. LARP, I recognize them. That'll be a fun one. That's a 4:15. Say the same thing I always say about Bedrock, which is I don't know anyone on Bedrock. So if I know your name, you're probably a pretty darn good player. That's what I'll say. Or you just talk too much. Either one of those two things. Now, a little bit unfortunately, we are still on 1 out of 8 players in this lobby. Lance says LARP on Tob. We'll see it. Lance, is it just pronounced LARP or is it like LARP? Like, you know, is it Lloyd where the double L, like one of them is silent, or is there a special pronunciation there? I'm not sure how long we're gonna wait before doing something about this, because that first game was like we've already been waiting for like 5 times as long as that first game. We still only have one person in this lobby. First rounds are a lot of the time like this because you have a lot of people who haven't, you know, haven't been as much part of the community, haven't done leagues like this before. The scheduling, the joining takes a long time. Once we get to the further rounds, it'll be a lot easier. We won't have as much of this waiting, not being able to join type of thing. You don't see it as Java as much just because Java players are generally older and like anyone who's still playing Java competitively has probably been around for a really long time. But even there, you see it occasionally. Well, no, Dragon, you're right. It would be weird if one wasn't silent, but I could, you know, I could see you guys making a weird name on purpose. Like there's a team called Placeholder in this tournament, which I think they did specifically to make me upset. So the LARP is probably top 2 team in this tournament. Does that mean that the game, my 4:15 game, is also going to end in 5 minutes? I hope not. But yeah, I kind of figured that they'd be good because, like I said, if I recognize multiple players on your Bedrock team, then that would be my guess. We do have a full team in here now, so now it's 5. 5 out of 8. We're slowly making it. 7 out of 8. Okay, one more. Fingers crossed. Alright, we're on 8 out of 8. We're going to have everyone join their teams properly. That should take just a couple minutes. This is the weirdest stream I've ever done because the viewer count is going up continuously while we're just sitting in the pause screen. I don't know why. It's strange. Appreciate it though. I wonder if the bot double pinged like I thought it would. No, it didn't. Okay, that's good. So if they unwashed, they're really good. Okay. Alright. Starting this game up, I should put the score in. Let me do that real quick, because the game's gonna take a second to start here. Oh, that's okay. Alright, we are on royalty. So if here orange is Akage, there's no crazy anything going on over there. Let me go back. Make sure I'm tabbed in properly. Yep. Void Raiders are at mid. They're going to have very, very solid mid control basically right away. Kind of as you would expect here, based on last game. Now I am curious if they're going to just run it up immediately. Try to go straight for egg. Doesn't seem like they're doing that, although we do have one. There's a little armor bug going on. This is Dominic. Doesn't seem like anyone from Akage notices them yet. Maybe one. 0-2 over here has got a block. Now, if you're doing this block, you really want to hit him from the side, knock him off, as opposed to standing straight in front of them. This is like a quick, 4v1. This is going to be difficult for Dominic to get out of here. They're kind of just getting crit out. This is smart. I mean, if it's 4v1, there you go. You get that. So they don't lose their egg immediately. That is good. Be a little more competitive. Obviously, having 4 people at your base versus the other team being at mid is not ideal. Electra, I did, you said I would replace you, and then I just ended up on a team by myself, so that was kind of sad. It was a good time, though. Blue Hornet, team captain for Raiders, is pulling up here, doing a little upwards bridge. Pretty talented. Just going to try to build over these. There's no obsidian or anything, so now that they're over there, they're going to get the egg 99%, because, clay breaks basically immediately. Blue Hornet gets the egg, going to just try to run straight away, probably bait, see if someone's going to follow them, do a little block trap action, or just break the bridge. And it looks like they're going to go back to mid. Now, I doubt they're going to stay at mid. Like, I feel like once they have a teammate, and that's what you're going to see, they're going to just head back. It's going to be a 2v4, not too easy. Blue Hornet, if they get knocked off immediately, obviously that would be not good. But you actually see Dominic come around and get 2 quick kills. That looked like some weird block placement, but it wasn't. It's just because the armor makes it look like they're facing up when they're facing forward. A little bit of lag there, but it didn't make a difference. And then we have one more. Kratos, Kratos the God Slayer. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this game, though. And there's that. I can't say after the first game that was terribly unexpected, but that is how it shakes out. Checking on our table. So it's going to be 2-0. So obviously, congratulations, our Void Raiders. I forgot what the adjective or what the noun was after Void for a second. Void Raiders are going to move on to round 2. They're going to play BKDR SOJ, which that'll be a good matchup. Now, I can't really tell you how strong of a team Void Raiders are because that wasn't really a very competitive game. But I know BKDR is a solid team. So hopefully that'll be good. And then I'll say the same thing I did before, which is we have another game. It's going to be in 50 minutes from now, 15 after the hour, which is LARP and the strongest. So I want to see you guys for that one. Hopefully, knock on wood, joining will be a little easier. Games will be a little better. We can only hope. I think there might even be something else. Now that's going to be it for today, but then there are going to be a couple games tomorrow as well, at least one. There's going to be a Java game in the morning tomorrow, which I'll try to make as well. If you're a Bedrock player, you should try to check out a Java game because they're very different. They play very interesting. That's the last thing I'll say, though. I'll catch you in an hour, hopefully.